This 26 Sports high school basketball presentation is presented by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
Welcome back to fourth quarter action here from the gymnasium in Cadillac. Kevin Gregory and Bill Dooley bringing you the action on a Friday night. Actually a beautiful day here with the sunshine. We haven't seen that too often.
Yeah, sunshine and blue skies today.
All right, it is 34-31 Gaylord with the lead and with the ball to start the fourth. Vinny Genema along with Crago, Barshevsky. Tristan Smith, number 42, is two-time. He'll try and dribble it in. That one's going nowhere. The Vikings strip it away. McTaggart will give it to Baker. Around the horn to Barshevsky. To McTaggart at the top. McCovery is on him. Holding it is Ethan Baker. Top of the key to Vinny. Into Grant Crago before the shot. Was that McCovery? Must have been a little push on Jacovan.
42.
Oh, 42. Tristan Smith, his first.
Boy, Quinn does a good job sitting down on his guy is what they call it. You watch him in the post there, and he's sitting in a seated position, and that keeps the seal, keeps the defender on his back, and he's picked up a couple fouls on Gaylord in doing so.
Crago with his own rebound off the glass. Boy, did he ever work for that one.
He sure did. Looked like Tristan Smith might have caught a finger in the eye or something, but I think he's okay.
Yeah, they kind of stopped thinking it was going to go out of bounds. And Quinn didn't give up. Dipsinski being guarded by Barshevsky. He'll take the long three, and once again, that has been their lifeblood tonight.
3 feet behind the line, draining shots.
No problem. 37-33. Gaylord with the 4-point lead. Barshevsky cuts to the lane. Vinny with the triple attempt off the back of the iron and swatted out. Genema hustling. Crago comes up with it. Oh, won't go. And then he's hammered.
Great hustle, great hustle. Wow. Everybody getting on the floor, mixing it up, working hard.
This is high school basketball at its best, really, Kevin. I mean, this is so entertaining.
It really is. And like we mentioned, you know, you got the high potent offense versus the defensive prowessness of Cadillac, and you're putting up 70 points a game for Gaylord. Right now you're sitting at 37. Cadillac's got them right where they want them, I think.
And Quinn Crago makes his first attempt. Back into the game is Cooper Benson and also Keegan Brooks.
You know, I caught why Quinn didn't start the game tonight. Quinn went to Hillsdale yesterday on an academic trip to check out the college, and that's just a rule. If you're not at practice, you don't get to start. So, hey, that's a good reason to miss, though. Good for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And Crago makes both of his free throws. In the corner is Jacovan McCovery. McCovery with the pull-up from the elbow. A little bit too much. And the Vikings, Ethan Baker will start it back. Baker looking to go all the way, but he'll pull it back.
Smart decision. Yeah. Smart decision.
McTaggart looks for that line and rattles it home.
Paid off. Smart decision pays off. Ethan Baker. Gotta love the senior pulling it out, giving it to your shooter, McTaggart. Slapping the floor for some defense.
Now Dipsinski off the hands, and it'll be Gaylord ball, so they'll retain it.
First lead of the night.
5:50 to go in the game. It is 38-37 Cadillac. And our sponsors for tonight are Pac Mail, Dynamic Physical Therapy, Trend Designers, High Point Auto and Truck, Cadillac Castings, and Pizza Plus. Thank you very much for your sponsorship. There's a pull-up for Dipsinski. He drains it, and that puts him back up by one.
Boy, they are some excellent shooters on the Gaylord side.
They have not really worked it in the paint for, everything's been out a little ways.
You mentioned our sponsors, Physical Therapy. I think if I was playing this game, I'd need some afterwards.
Now Barshevsky will hand it back to Cooper Benson. He looked at Crago for a second. Brooks is being guarded by Dipsinski. Nice dribble behind the back. Barshevsky baseline, goes up, draws a foul, and count it.
Second time tonight, Brzezinski taking it to the rack, finishing strong. Let's see if he can hit the free throw and cap the three-point play.
Vikes up by one. Tyler Barshevsky. That was a third foul on Michael Dipsinski. And into the game is going to be Josh DeGraw. Also, Jack Cordy will come back in. So they've got Charbonneau out there and Dipsinski.
I'd be willing to bet Freeman just getting a quick little break. He'd be back in pretty soon.
Barshevsky cannot complete the 3-point, but still the Vikings have a 1-point lead with 5 and 10 to go here in the game. Jack Cordy looking inside the recovery. The Vikings tip it away. They've got somebody open. That was Barshevsky, but taking it to Barshevsky anyway. He'll dish it back to Benson. McTaggart into Crago. Crago with the strong move. That's unstoppable.
Excellent pass by McTaggart. Passed up the open look. Got it to the big man on the block for the finish.
The Vikings will force Coach Kyle Wood to take a timeout, and they find themselves up by 3 with 4:49 to go. And boy, I mean, when you look at this, you take the 16-0 run, Cadillac has really put some points on the board and played well.
Stormed right back, and it's been just a great flow to this game. There hasn't been too many fouls. It's been pretty clean, even though it's aggressive defense on both sides of the ball, and both coaches not taking any timeouts really to speak of. And so it's just been a tremendous flow to this basketball game, and it's been so fun to watch. I'm a guard. I love watching great guard play, and you've seen it on both sides of the floor tonight.
Yeah. Kevin, this game will be replayed, rebroadcast. You going to tell them?
You got a rebroadcast of this game on Saturday, January 30th, 11 a.m. Get up, get your coffee, get the kids around, watch the My News 26 broadcast.
All right. Gaylord's going to trigger the inbound with a little bit of full court pressure by Brooks and Benson.
A little 2-2-1 half court trap. First time tonight.
There's a little giveaway there, but they're going to call a kick. Not much of one there. There was one that almost hit the thigh.
Yeah.
Is that still part of the kick? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
He makes the kicking motion. They're going to call that.
So Jack Cordy looking for some help on the inbound. Holding on to it is Dipsinski. Dipsinski, he's made some big shots tonight. Back to Cordy. DeGraw was setting a little screen up high. Cordy working his way into the lane.
Yeah. Got Quinn with a reaching right
All
there.
Right.
Coach Benjenberg pleading for them to play that pick and roll and make him go underneath it.
You know, looking at the scoreboard, that is the first foul on Cadillac in this half.
With the kind of pressure defense they play, that's impressive.
You better believe it. Cordy will dish it off to DeGraw. He'll come in a little bit closer. Jump shot won't go. Tipped. Nice play there. Is that Brooks? No, that's Benson with it. He's got Barshevsky up the right side. Benson with the spin move, loses it, and taken away by Dipsinski on the steal.
Barshevsky didn't get the call last time down, but it took guts.
There's a travel.
It took guts to stand in there when DeGraw's coming at you, so good for him.
The freshman Charbonneau with the travel, so Cadillac will get it right back. 42-39 with 3:59 to go here in the game. Gaylord putting a little
token man-to-man pressure himself. Just clear it out. And trap off it.
They got it. Barshevsky over the timeline. That one's tipped away by the freshman Charbonneau. He's on a 2-on break. Gives spin move to McCovery. Won't go. Batted back to Cordy. That one won't fall. Nice job by McTaggart to box out.
It was. You usually see that three-pointer go in 8 out of 10 times when you get a good defensive set and a long rebound goes out top. Those usually go down. Cadillac getting away with one.
Very high percentage that Gaylord shooting on their three-point attempts. A little bump on the floor. Let's see who they get. If McCovery, that's at least his third, if that's who they get. Okay. Charbonneau with his second. 6th team foul. So a little bit of a disparity here in the team fouls, 6-1.
Senior Freeman checking into the game for Gaylord.
You were right. He just needed a little breather.
Yeah. Well, he's been going hard all night. He's a good player.
Quinn Crago again. He'll draw some contact. And I think Gaylord's looking for a little double team help underneath there, but Quinn really has good control on that body.
Yeah, he goes up under control, muscles it up. He's a big frame to stop.
That was McCovery's third.
It's interesting, Gaylord shooting a high percentage from three-point range tonight, and their mid-range jumpers are on as well. Cadillac consistently attacking the basket, and you're seeing that in the foul count, 7-1.
That's a good point. First shot is a little short from Crago.
Got to tell you, we're impressed with, Bill, you and I both mentioned Kyle Wood, just his demeanor and his coaching ability for Gaylord. And you mentioned that you talked to him, and it's his first year coaching Gaylord, so these guys to buy into his program and be playing as well as they are, that's awesome.
Yeah. They're a well-coached team. There's a grab right there by Keegan Brooks. It is a 4-point Viking lead with 3 minutes to go. And Cadillac's got a lot of fouls to give here.
They do. Not sure if that was intentional.
Yeah, right. I'm thinking. Okay.
It was a clear foul.
Yep. That's not Andre Drummond they're fouling. All right. Back to the action. Here's DeGraw from long range. That one in and out. McCovery tipped it over to Brooks. Brooks will get it back to Baker. 2:49 to go. The Vikings up by 4. Baseline. Nowhere to go with that. McCovery with the steal, and he'll start it back the other way. He's got Cordy with him. A little reach in on Barshevsky.
And that's just something that Keegan's going to excel at as he progresses into his junior and senior year. When you leave your feet with nowhere to go and you're looking for a pass, a lot of times it ends up in a turnover, but I'm assuming he'll make up for it. He usually does.
There's a long inbound pass. They can go past the center court, no problem there. Jacovan McCovery. Barshevsky is on him. He blows around him, goes to the hoop, off the glass. Another tough luck shot there, won't fall.
McCovery looking for a foul on that when he thought he got hit. I didn't see it, but maybe he did.
Now Ethan Baker and McTaggart working the ball around for the Vikes. 2:12 to go, 4-point lead. They just want to take a little time off the clock if they can. Brooks back to McTaggart. DeGraw will back off a little bit. There's a cutting Barshevsky. He gets his man in the air, and that's going to be the 4th foul on McCovery.
It's a great set for Cadillac. Just trying to kill some time, get some flashers through the middle. If it's there, they'll take it. If not, they have no problem pulling it out and running it again.
So they're the rest of the way out. They'll be shooting. This is a 1-and-1. In and out for the Vikes. Barshevsky will try and make the second to put him up by 5. That one will fall. Dipsinski has the ball for the Blue Devils. They need to break the drought here. Freeman out to McCovery. He's guarded by Barshevsky.
Boy, that's good defense.
Yeah. Jack Cordy with the bounce pass over to Freeman. Back out to Dipsinski. Into DeGraw. Turnaround. That one won't go. Nice rebound by McTaggart. And Gaylord can't find the bottom of the net now.
They can't. They're struggling. Struggling in crunch time. You expect some quick fouls here if you're Gaylord. They got to go for some steals and get some quick hits.
Now Keegan Brooks has it. He's guarded by Dipsinski. They're looking to foul, I think. Barshevsky, he's fouled by Cordy. Okay. I think that was their intention a little bit right before that, but they missed him.
Right, yeah.
Our sponsors, we want to thank them one more time. Pack Mail, Dynamic Physical Therapy, Trend Designers, High Point Auto and Truck, Cadillac Castings, and Pizza Plus. Once again, everybody, if you get a chance, thank our sponsors when you are out and about in Cadillac. And they're bringing you some really high-quality sports on My News 26.
And if you'd like to be a sponsor, you can contact the station at 231-577-1844 or www.mynews26.com. And we'd love to have you. It's a great way to get your name out there. The community loves it. We love it. We're having fun here tonight, Bill. It's a great crowd. Good comeback.
Yes, and Mikhail, everybody here is cheering for you, and our best wishes, thoughts, and prayers, hoping that the surgery goes great.
That's right, buddy.
We've got a lot more sports coming up on My News 26. We got hockey, more girls basketball, boys basketball. So go online and check out the schedule. You can also check out when the rebroadcast will be. All right, the Vikings, with a minute 7 to go, will put it into Brooks over to Baker. Quick ball movement. And Benson will be fouled. He'll go to the line. That is the 9th team foul, so the next one will put him in an automatic 2.
Got the sophomore at the line. Chance to try and extend the lead a little bit. Coming through in the clutch.
They look very comfortable for sophomores, both of them, don't they?
They really do. It's impressive. You look down and you see, Keegan and Cooper. They got that senior leadership from Baker, which I'm sure helps, but they're doing a heck of a job.
The Vikings now stretch that lead to 6. And they're in good shape with the fouls, too. McCovery yanks that rebound down. Dipsinski all the way to Cordy. Back to Dipsinski. They're going to have to get some quick shots off here. Pull up. Off the glass. Won't go. And the Vikings will just hold on to it.
Got to get it over half. There you go.
They do. Ethan Baker, he's fouled. 42 seconds now. Cadillac looking strong at this point.
That's impressive the way that the young guards have handled just the incessant pressure that Gaylord puts on you all night. They're trying to get out in transition. Cadillac hasn't allowed them to do that.
Yep.
So just hats off to the young backcourt of Cadillac.
Ethan Baker getting a chance to shoot at the line. And we do also want to thank our statistician tonight, Terry Dooley. She's doing a wonderful job and makes our job a little bit easier.
So much easier. Thank you, Terry.
All right. Coach Ryan Benzenberg is going to call a quick timeout. Oh, no, the Blue Devils, Kyle Wood. All right. We will mention our sponsors one more time before we go off on our postgame show, and stay tuned for the postgame show. We'll recap tonight's scoring. Our sponsors, once again, are Pack Mail, Dynamic Physical Therapy, Trend Designers, High Point Auto and Truck, Cadillac Castings, and Pizza Plus. That sounds good right about now.
Absolutely. They had it before the game again. They always do.
Yes.
So far, I've been able to hold true to my New Year's solution and not have any, but darn it looks good.
I think the referees have done a great job tonight. There hasn't been too much controversy, and like I said, a pretty clean game.
Yeah, it really has, and it's a great point. Hats off to them for calling a clean game, because as physical and as aggressive as both teams are, Gaylord playing passing lanes, Cadillac up in your face, up in your grill, to be able to call such a clean game and not have any argument on either side, it was a job well done tonight. It's a good point.
Looking at this big comeback in a lot of young players on Cadillac, that's, as a coach, I mean, you got to be so pleased with that, and it also helps down the line when you're against other teams, when you find yourself down, double digits, you can come back.
Yeah, it's a way not to lose your composure. You got a big emotional night, and you come out the gate down 15, 16 points. It's hard to keep your heads.
Ethan Baker makes the second. Jack Cordy back out to DeGraw. Quick shot. Won't go. McTaggart, he's got it. He's fouled. And that is the 10th foul, so he will shoot 2 here.
These are big free throws because, 7-point lead, 31 seconds to go. While you might think you have it, the way that Gaylord shoots the 3-point shot, and as quick as they are getting down the court, nothing's safe.
Now, the last 2 attempts, Gaylord has actually shot inside the arc, and I was kind of surprised at that, especially with the, where we stand right now.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get a quick shot up. Ideally, you can get an open 3, but when there's under a minute to go, I think you got to take what you got to take and not be too picky.
McTaggart makes the first. And the second won't go. DeGraw with a nice rebound to Dipsinski. Dipsinski up the right side. Give it to McCovery. All over him. That one won't go. Rebounded and fouled is Cooper Benson.
Good job by DeGraw right there. That started out being an aggressive frustration foul, but he caught himself real quick and gave a little hug there. That's just a little friendly competitive hug.
Cooper Benson will go to the line, the sophomore. And a great job by the Vikings to just be composed. And
yeah, I got to be honest with you. I didn't see that comeback after that first quarter, the way Gaylord got out. But just hats off to the defense. You know, you mentioned the number 2 defense in the Big North, and on full display tonight, holding the potent Gaylord to 39 points.
And they're averaging right around 60 points a game, so that is substantial.
Yeah, they've scored in the 80s and 70s a bunch, and like you said, they're averaging right around 60. So 21 points below your average usually tilts the scales in your favor.
Timeout for the Vikings, as they will talk about it with 20 seconds to go in the game. Our next broadcast, check the schedule here, is going to be next Wednesday. We've got high school hockey coming up. Jeff Castillo and myself will be bringing you that game. Our next varsity girls basketball game.
I think me and Jay Simon got Alpena and Cadillac here in Cadillac on Tuesday, February 2nd.
Yes, okay. So and then the next girls varsity game is going to be on February 5th. That will be Manistee will be coming to town. So, and Manistee's had a powerhouse in girls basketball for quite a few years now. So they'll bring some heat to the gym. Okay, Vikings will play it back to Cooper Benson. Gaylord is not going to foul.
Yeah, kind of call the dogs off, I think.
12 seconds ago.
Or not.
Referee Don Blue has that call. He's like, one more call.
Right. I don't think that's what Coach Kyle Wood was looking for, but, you know, sometimes incidental contacts happen. It's hard to just stand there and let the time run out.
Ethan Baker from the line. That one won't go. You like the student section there with some of the cutout faces. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they got those fat heads that's always waving around. I love seeing stuff like that.
I was talking to Dakota in Rain down there. I said, now if they start getting cutouts of you guys, then
there you go.
Then you got something to talk about.
You definitely don't want cutouts of me, too shiny of a head.
All right, we're down to the last 9 seconds to go. There's a long triple, won't go. McCovery will step back, take a triple. That's off the front of the rim. DeGraw over to Dipczynski, won't go. And the Cadillac Vikings with an incredible comeback after being down 16-0 to start the game. They poured on. Defense clamped it down, and the final score was 49-39 here, and that is impressive.
Absolutely. I mean, Cadillac faithful loved it. Team McHale loved it. It's a good night in Cadillac.
All right, stay tuned for the post-game show. Kevin and I will be back to wrap things up. Once again, the final here from Cadillac. The Cadillac Vikings 49 and the Gaylord Blue Devils 39. We'll be right back.